Well, I've loved cars ever since I was little, and I got involved in racing cars ever since I was like 14. And obviously, that was in the 60s, late, late 50s. Uh, and Ferrari was number one. I mean, that was the only real name you knew was Ferrari. Uh, Mercedes was there, but they weren't racing, so it was like the only people who were actually racing cars was Ferrari. And I mean, big time. So you sort of, and they're red. How can you lose with that? It's the good red car. And so I've sort of been a Ferrari fan ever since I can remember. And my first car that I got was a Fiat that I used to race. Almost got killed in it. But you know, it's especially in those years, which was the 60s and the late 60s, early 70s. Ferrari dominated, and they had the most exotic cars. They were like the car. I think that it's always been a symbol of excellence, and of, they've been the most the biggest winner for so long, that you always look to them, and it's always unusual when they're not winning. So you're always, I've just always had a partial place in my heart for Ferraris. Innovation means using your imagination to think outside the box, to think of things differently than anybody else has thought of them, and to not just follow the rules of what you think is supposed to happen, whether it's the rules of nature or the rules of art or the rules of whatever have been set up, but to say, well, what if I thought something differently? What if the world was all upside down, or we did this, or we did that? But that kind of thinking leads you to different and new ideas and innovation. And innovation, obviously, is very, very valuable for people that are in businesses that have to be on the leading edge of things, whether it is fashion or whether it is technology or movies. You have to sort of have the ideas and the technology you need to do things that most people have never been able to do, because people like novelty. People like things that are different. People like things that are new and more convenient, which is where a lot of innovation comes in. Some of it is to make it better and last longer, but a lot of it is just to make it easier to do. Easier to turn on the radio.